Welcome back, you gorgeous weirdos. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. I'm so glad you're here. So I had a request from one of the members of my Facebook group. What? Group to do a kind of a recreate of something she found online. And I was totally in for it. I'm always down for a challenge. So that's what we're going to do today, but we're going to do it on extremely short nails. We're going to do dip powder on very, very short nails. And then later on, if you want to see how I do the nail art portion, it's going to be using alcohol inks. We're going to play around with a bunch of new products. And we're going to start off with one right now. Something I found on Amazon that I'm like, this could be good. It's this little cuticle pusher on one end and this precision cuticle tool on the other, and gotta tell you, 10 out of 10, highly recommend. It is sharp, just so you guys know. It's a sharp one, but it's so fine at the point that it does a really good job of cleaning out that cuticle area when you're dipping. Love this tool. You'll see me using it from here on out for dip powder. Absolutely love. So as you guys can see, I did cut my nails down rather short. I am living in my short nub club nail era. I really, really enjoy having short nails. I just feel like they're really versatile because I don't have to worry about breaking nails. I don't have to build a whole apex on them when I dip. If you need to know how to build an apex, I'll leave a video up in the cards for you guys to check out. But anyway, so I can do press-on nails because I don't know if you guys have the issues that I have, but if my natural nails are too long, I am limited in the press-on nails that I can do because they like poke out the sides. If the end of the free edge of the press-on taper in too much, like my nail beds are just huge, you know? I know. Someone asked me to measure my nail beds recently, and I'm like, what? I don't even have a ruler at my house, okay? How that's possible, I don't know. I can't find a ruler, but I don't know how long they are. I was contemplating life choices because I was going to use a few different colors, but I'm like, no, we're going to use just this beautiful, like, sagey, minty type green from Model 1s. It came in a dip kit. I'll leave it linked down below if I can find it. Azor Beauty liquids as well. But what was I talking about? Short nails. I just feel like I can do more with short nails. And I know you guys will love watching short nail content. Well, most of you guys at least. So I'm going to keep my nails short for a while and we'll see how it goes. Are they going to grow? Of course they're going to grow. If you're wondering about how to grow out your natural nails, time is all I can really tell you. Time and hydration. You want to make sure you're using cuticle oil every single day. Massage it into the matrix of a nail. This can actually expedite nail growth. Not by much, but it will expedite it slightly because you're stimulating that matrix of your nail. But also, it'll help keep your nails flexible. The more brittle and rigid your nails are, the more prone they are to breaking. So by keeping them very hydrated and very flexible, that'll prevent nail breakage. So cuticle oil is my key literally to life when it comes to my nails. I use it every day. I don't care what kind of oil. Don't care. I don't care if you use body oil, if you use coconut oil, olive oil, cuticle oil. It doesn't really matter. Just get something hydrating on the nail, on the skin around your nail. It's going to keep everything looking super hydrated and healthy. So if you're wondering about what I'm doing, I realize this is more of a chatty and not really a tutorial. We'll get to that when we do the nail art. But I'm just getting the dip on the nail. And this is all real time, so you can see exactly how slow I actually go. I'm not quick when I do my nails at all. But mostly because I have a pretty shaky hand, especially because I tend to work in the morning before I've actually eaten anything. And is that my toxic trait? Absolutely. But that is what I do. And I don't know how to change it at this point. It just is who I is. But again, this cuticle tool, I am loving it. Absolutely loving it. Highly recommend it. I'll leave it linked down below in case you want to check it out. It comes in a 2-pack. I don't remember how much they were. I think it was under 10 bucks and you get 2 of them. Why you'll need 2, I don't know. Split it with a friend because they are completely reusable. I know I used to use the orange wood sticks a lot and I love them. I really do. I love a good orange wood stick. But I feel like I'm contributing to the trash on the planet by using stuff that are not reusable. So I'm doing my little part in a very, very small way. And I will not be repurchasing the orange wood sticks. I will be using this tool for the foreseeable future. Here's what one dip is looking like. The coverage from this dip powder is beautiful, but I'm going to do one more coat per my usual. I've had some questions also in the recent past about if you can only do one dip. You can. You sure can. If you only want to do one dip and be done, you are more than welcome to. However, if you are not building up the strength from this product over your natural nail, you are likely going to have cracking, breaking, chipping of the product pretty quickly. You want to make sure you're building up enough strength to your natural nail. That'll depend completely on you, your natural nail situation, your lifestyle, even climate. If you're in a warmer climate like I am, I'm in Florida, and if you're in and out of the water, even if you're washing your hands constantly, then you're going to need a little more strength to your dip product. So what you do on your nails is completely dependent on your personal nail situation. This is just what I do for my own nails with my lifestyle, my body chemistry, that. If you have questions, I'm always happy to help, but I realize that there's not a whole lot I can do here on YouTube to help you guys. But if you do have questions, you're welcome to shoot me a DM or an email. You can send me pictures. That always helps. The more I can see, the more information I have, the better I am to help you. Now, keep that in mind when I tell you that I am not a nail professional. I am not licensed. I am just a DIY nail enthusiast. I've been doing my nails on YouTube for 5 years. God, 5 years. 5 years. So I don't know everything, but I'm always happy to offer an opinion. Maybe. I'm not a doctor either, so don't come at me with, a nail problem like, I don't know, something going on with your nail bed or your skin, or I don't know anything about anything. But I know a lot because I've been doing this for a long time. I've done a mega pint of research. That was a wink and a nod to Johnny Depp. Did you guys watch that whole trial? I know it was a while ago, but I was definitely invested. I watched the whole trial. Anyways, moving on. I'm getting my second dip on. Same thing as the first. I try to keep my liquid application as thin as possible. I don't want to flood anything, and that'll keep your layers looking a little bit thinner as well. And when I'm done with the color, we're going to go in with clear dip powder. You don't have to. It's completely up to your preference. However, I like using a clear dip powder usually for 2 reasons. First reason is it is the strongest acrylic. Dip powder is acrylic, acrylic is dip powder. It's basically the same thing. Clear happens to be the strongest because it is not compromised by pigment or glitters or flakies or whatever additives you put into dip powder to give it a color, a pigment, or a certain aesthetic. It's just clear. So it's the strongest, and it will add strength over top of the color that you put down. But also, the clear is going to protect the color when you go to file, shape, and buff. Sometimes if you file over a pigmented powder like this green, it can take off a little bit of pigment, which can leave your finished nail looking a little patchy, not quite even in pigment. So the clear just does a good job of protecting the color when you're filing, shaping, buffing, all that good stuff. So your color stays even throughout your nail. So you're going to see me do that. I'm going to go ahead and do clear. Then I'm going to show you my filing routine. I don't know that I've done that in... Do you guys hear that? My sweet, sweet daughter is vacuuming in my kitchen. I'm hiding out in my room doing a voiceover because it's Saturday and the kids are home. But I'm uploading this on Monday, so it's kind of like now or never. Anyways, so I'll get the clear on. I'm going to brush it off real good with a stiff scrubby brush, as you're going to see. I find that makes all the difference in the world when it comes to the clarity of your nail. And then I'm going to get into my filing routine, and I'll show you how I do that. And then my favorite part, we're going to do the marble nail art, and I cannot wait. I can't wait to show you guys, and you're going to see how easy it is. You cannot mess this one up. If you want a good marble nail, I got you. I'll show you how to do it. So I went ahead and got the clear applied to all of the nails. I'm going to brush off all the excess that I can with this fluffy brush. But as you're going to see, there is still a little bit of a cast on the nail from that clear dip powder. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my stiff manicure brush and I'm going to scrub off that clear. Of course, you want to make sure that your liquids are set because you don't want to mush anything around. But once I scrub that excess off, look at the difference between those two nails. That is going to make all the difference in your finish, in your finished manicure later on, getting all that excess clear dip powder off. So I'm going to do that for all of the nails. I'm going to activate, and then we're going to get into filing and shaping. So I went ahead and I let those sit for about 5 minutes or so, and they're making a nice little clicking noise, so I know I'm ready to go in with my file. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to push back my skin with that cuticle pusher end of the tool that I was using earlier, and that'll expose the little area between the product and your skin, and you can get right in there with a file and really round out your cuticle area. Now, this may or may not be something you need to do. I didn't really need to do this because the application that I put down and using that cuticle tool really helped me get a nice clean cuticle line. But if you're struggling with your cuticle line, this is an easy fix. We're going to go right in with a file and round it out, get it nice and smooth and pretty and perfect. After we do this, we're going to go around the entire perimeter of the nail, the sides and the free edge down there. And we're just going to make sure there's nothing like fraggly or uneven or hanging off the edges. Sometimes that can happen depending on how your liquids dry, if they were a little bit runny. And we're going to just make sure everything is nicely shaped up. If you need to do contouring, as I call it, across the top of your nail, across the surface of the nail, you totally can. If you have a ledge in the back of a nail, you can take this file right here and just smooth it out a little bit. But for me, with the application that I do on my nails, I do not need to take a file to the surface of the nail. The only thing I need to do is the cuticle area and then smooth out the free edge and the sides. That's all I have to do. Then I'm going to go in with a buffer. I do like to use a buffer spongy thing across the surface of the nail. I just feel like it evens everything out, makes everything nice and smooth. That way when I do the nail art on top, nothing is where it shouldn't be. Does this make any sense? I don't even know what I'm saying anymore. Anyways, I'm going to go over everything with a buffing sponge. And as soon as we're done with that, I'm going to show you how to do the nail art. The what? The nail art. Art. The nail art. So I've gotten everything nicely filed up and smoothed out. You can get up at this point and wash your hands if you feel like it. I know that if I get up to wash my hands, I'm going to wind up doing dishes and then I'm going to get distracted because I have squirrel brain. So I'm just going to take a little bit of alcohol, the rubbing kind, not the drinking kind, and I'm going to cleanse off the nails from any dust or debris that might have been left from filing. And now we are ready for nail art. I'm so excited. Okay, so I wound up picking up these alcohol inks on Amazon. I don't know why it says gel polish set. It is not. It is alcohol inks, but look how many colors come in this. There are so, what, 12, 15? I don't know. How, 3 by 4, 12. So it comes with all the colors. It comes with black, white, clear, a couple of glitters, and then all your basic shades. Now, the inspo pic, which I'm going to put up on the screen here in just a minute, was kind of like a green, shades of green marbly type look. So I'm going to pick out the green, and I think I'm going to use the black. I took out the gold. I did experiment with the gold off camera. I don't like it. I don't like the gold. It didn't really spread well with alcohol, and that's the point of the alcohol inks. So you're going to see what I do with them. I'm going to walk you through it. So I'm going to open up the green first, the green and the black. And what I'm going to do, you only need a little bit. Wipe that brush off as much as you can because you only need a little bit, and this stuff can make a mess. As you can see, I'm already a disaster. It just sprayed all over me. Do as I say and not as I do. Wipe off that brush, and now I'm going to put just a few dots going here and there across the nail. Now, in the photo, I'm going to put it somewhere. Okay, here we go. It kind of looks like it's in diagonal type pattern, so that's kind of the look that I'm going to go for. And I'm going to do most of that with a brush and some alcohol. And that is really what's going to make this all kind of come together. So I'm going to get the alcohol ink on. I'm really not being too careful about where I'm putting it. You don't want to put a lot. You don't want it to go into your cuticles. It will clean up very easily. So if you make a mess, it's fine. It's not going to stain, I promise. And then I'm going to take a brush and a little bit of rubbing alcohol, and I'm going to start moving these pigments around in the pattern that I want them to be in, which is kind of that like diagonal type pattern. That's all I'm doing. Very little bit of alcohol. You don't want to overload the brush, and we're just going to kind of move that around where we want it. I'm going to do this twice. This is the base layer, kind of getting a feel for the product, and this dries super fast because it's alcohol and alcohol evaporates, right? As you can see, I got a little bit on my sidewall area. I'm just going to take the paper towel with some alcohol, clean it right up. It does not stain. Don't be super scared of this. It'll be fine. Now, once that dries, which is really fast, as mentioned, I'm going to go in one more time with the green and the black, and we're going to do this all over again. I'm going to move it around with that same brush and a little bit of rubbing alcohol, and I cannot with the way this came out. I think it came out so perfect. I love it literally so much. You guys will have to let me know if you think I nailed it or if I failed it. Oh my God, did I just make that up? I'm so smart. Anyway, I'm going to do the final finishing steps on this nail, and then I'm going to do the second nail, but I won't yap over it too much. I'll let you watch, and then I'm going to come back and top coat, and I'll show you the finished look. So I got my top coat on and cured, and here is the finished look. Here is a little side-by-side comparison of the picture that I was sent next to the nails that I created. Eventually at some point I'll get my ish together and put the picture in here. Any day now. There we go. All right, so what do you guys think? Did I nail it or fail it? Either way, I love the way this came out. I love these alcohol inks. I hope you guys enjoyed this. Thank you for spending some of your day with me today. I hope the rest of your day is as beautiful as you are, and I will catch you in the next one. Love you. Bye.